real pleasure to present some figures from the National Cancer Institute and the Ministry of Health about control of NCDs, non-communicable disease. Last year, our president spoke at the United Nations meeting on non-communicable disease. As you know, 36 million or more people die annually from NCDs. Because tobacco control was considered one of the main locus and effective responses to control NCDs, our president attended this meeting to communicate good news about the control of NCDs in Brazil, mainly due to the impact of national tobacco control policy. This policy was started scientifically in 1992 when I was the head of the National Cancer Institute, and Dr. Jatene, who spoke yesterday, was at Ministry of Health. By that time, Brazil established one target. What's the main cause of non-communicable disease? This is smoking. Let's program for the next 20 years a true war against the smoking habit and the smoke industry to try to control this kind of disease. Cancer, cardiovascular diseases, diabetes, and so on. Between 1996 and 2007, in our country, the non-communicable disease decreased by 20%. What's the secret for this accomplishment? In our opinion, in the opinion of the Brazilian epidemiologists, the control of smoking is a prominent success, probably responsible for much of the decline. Besides the control, we will speak more, Brazil is the second largest tobacco producer and the largest tobacco leaf exporter in the world. Most of the producers are the south part of the country. I would like to talk a bit about where we are, a brief story of milestones and challenges. Brazil is member of the Framework Convention on Tobacco Control and was in charge for the first step of these organizations as WHO. Brazil took the control of this program. The implementation of measures recommended was almost done completely in Brazil. In 2003, the President of the nation created one committee composed by 18 ministers of the country. And the Minister of Health was President of this National Commission. And the National Cancer Institute was the Executive Secretary of the commission. Great part of the recommended measures are implemented, but some of them are not completely implemented yet. and the others still need to improve. As always, it's a long time job. Tobacco industry interference, it's our main challenge. Where we are now, smoke is completely prohibited in public enclosed places. Tobacco advertising is completely prohibited. Between 20,100 and 2011, advertising is only allowed in points of sale. Sponsorship of events related to sports and cultural events are also prohibited. Strong health warnings with photos was established since 2001. In 2008, we did a survey in order to know how much smokers really know about the dangers of smoking, why they became motivated to quit with the health warnings in tobacco. Also, in 1999, by that time, we know that the Brazilian industry of tobacco had some ammonia at the mixer of the cigarette composer. Ammonia increased the liberation of free nicotine and is responsible for increase the addict of this smoking habit. So the problem with the industry report is they measure the amount of nicotine at the cigarette when the right way to do it is measure it on the smoking hole, enter at the air way. So we did it at the Canada because in order to do this kind of study you have to have machines, smoking machine, to measure the amount of nicotine at the product of the fire, the cigarette. It was made in about 15 types of cigarettes. The amount of nicotine was at least 20 times the reported by the industry. Based on this study, it was prohibited the use of terms to classify cigarettes as light, ultra-light, and similar terms. By that, in 2012, this year, was prohibited addition to flavor in cigarettes, the other tobacco products. Hello? We have at the National Cancer Institute what we call Kids Smoking Hotline. It's a program who attend the people after they quit smoking or when they intend to quit smoking, to be attended by special service, initially by the telephone, and to make appointments to help the people to face the side effects of the quit smoking. It's kind of a health care. It's now very effective in more than 1,500 cities. Brazil. Interesting, all these advances were only possible due to a strong educational basis built since the end of 1990 through national companies, network with states, building capacity, and mostly school and workplace basic programs. Our school program, this year, we attend about 3 million students at the primary school and 14,000 schools in the country. Teach to the students health habits of life. And what the main task of this strategy was, because you advertising sports and arts events is prohibited in Brazil, we add the newspapers and the TV and about sports, about the art events, showing like sports without cigarettes. It's more cool. Since this survey on the amount of nicotine in the cigarettes, we had a huge help of the Brazilian media. Initially, the Brazilian media was very suspicious about our strategy, that after this war, the Brazilian cigarette smoking was masked for the media, and the media was our partner in this. Most of the ads was free of charge for the Brazilian strategy of smoking. It's our numbers now: 14,000 schools, 100,000 teachers, and 2 million and some students. Because we think the teachers and the students may act as a transformers agents in this strategy. 85% knows smoke causes heart attack, 73% knows smoke causes stroke, 91% knows exposure to tobacco smoke causes serious risks to non-smoke. The figures now is when we initiate our program in 1989, 38% of Brazilian population are smokers. In 2008, the total of smoke in the country decreased to 17%. This year, we finished this study last month. The prevalence of smokers in Brazil is less than 15%. This is the figures from 1908, those 2008, 17%. Smoke initiations between 13 and 15 years old was 24.5. So look at this year, Brazil is 14.8. It's about the same figures as Canada and the United States. Our challenges to control the tobacco in Brazil is decrease the consumption against the production of exportation. One of the difficulties is substitute at the local producers another work to avoid the financial problems at this region. So this is our target now. And some countries in Paraná, Santa Catarina, Rio Grande do Sul, the states who produce more in Brazil, are using strategies to help agricultors to face the change of production and work. Thank you.